and you cannot wear crop tops to court. You understand?
Okay.
This is not the gym. You should.
Relationship is like, it's like the last thing in my
Thank you.
life. Like I'm
Right. I want you to remember what you said to me. So when you come back here, I expect all of that to be true. What do you mean trying to find your children?
Because my mom gave my kids to someone and
They're probably going to need CPS records. And I know that's family violence, but there may be a CPS case related to this, the drug issue.
No, well, I say no.
Take my baby with me? No, what ends up happening when you are at safety, because it's at the prison, when you're at safety and you deliver your baby, someone needs to be there to accept custody of your child. Otherwise, Child Protective Services will be picking up your baby and you will have a CPS case. Yes, those are done. Yes. No, just get the plea paperwork done. Get the plea paperwork done and I'll take it up. All right, thank you.
Okay.
All right, Ms. Jones, your attorney's not here.
I seen her come in and walk out. She said she was in another court or something.
We're gonna recall you back for Monday and you cannot wear crop tops to court. You understand?
Okay.
This is not the gym. All right, Ms. Ferguson,
Monday at what time?
it's gonna be at 9. Ms. Ferguson on Roger Nick Jones. Recall this back for May 1st. All right, thank you.
Thank you.
Ms. Ferguson will give you the reset form. To understand, you're charged with the offense of possession of a controlled substance, penalty group 1, 1 gram or 4 grams. That's a 3rd-degree felony. The range of punishment is anywhere from 2 to 10 years in prison and up to a $10,000 fine. Did you understand?
Yes, ma'am.
If you have
That you follow the plea bargain, Judge.
All right. In the police report, it mentions other warrants, a possession less than a gram in a theft case. Are those out-of-county warrants?
Those are within Bear County. Those both been resolved. The felony was dismissed. The misdemeanor was also dismissed.
All right. Do you have any children?
I have 3 children, Your Honor.
What are their ages
11, 8, and 3 years old.
and where are they?
They are currently with a family placement because I'm currently doing services to receive them back due to the charge that I received.
And so what's your drug of choice?
I currently don't have a drug of choice.
Well, I mean, this was found in your bra. Why do you have meth in your bra?
Yeah, I've been sober. I did have it, but I went to Alpha Home. I did inpatient treatment. And so I have not been, but I did have it and I used to use it, but
And when were you released from inpatient treatment and alcohol?
March 30th. And I'm still doing outpatient for my CPS. For my CPS caseworker, I'm still doing outpatient classes and programs. But I was probably going to be going back to complete 28 more days, just so it looks better in CPS in children's court.
Who's your CPS attorney?
Miss Mance,
And who are you living with now?
I live with my mother right now.
Are you employed?
What
do you do?
Wendy's.
You know, I don't know if I should say it or not. Wendy's burgers, I never could get used to the square. And
That's how they pat them out before we freeze them, because
Mhm.
you have to pat them out like that, and they have like a little square thing that you put on it to make them like that. I don't
So
know
what happens
why.
to the rest of the meat? Do y'all just join it with other?
The rest of the meat, they cook it and they put it in the chili.
Oh, okay. I remember when Wendy's first came to Louisiana. And that was a lot of money, right? So we go to Wendy's because we're like, can't go to Mr. Swift's, which was the best burger place, even though it was in Grand Canyon, Louisiana. And, I don't know why we thought McDonald's tasted good. But we go to Wendy's, we're spending our last little money on Wendy's. And I'm telling you, the fact that they boil their burger. Do y'all still boil the burger?
No,
To keep it?
no, they don't boil them anymore. They freeze them and then we take them out and put them on the grill. And then afterwards, if the meat is still in good condition, chop them up and they put them in the chili to where it can be reused instead of throwing it away.
The only thing that I've ever really liked from Wendy's was their spicy chicken sandwich and their chocolate frosty or whatever it's called.
Those are literally both my favorites. That's all
Although
I-
the chicken sandwich, I don't even do that anymore. I have bad memories of going on a ride after having eaten that. All right, this is what the court is going to do. The court is going to sentence you to 3 years deferred education. How far did you go in school?
I'm still in school now. I'm enrolled in Penn Foster, but I'm about to stop doing that to go.
All right, just 1 second. Everyone, you need to whisper and do not talk in that jury box if you're behind the court reporter.
But I currently just stopped my classes through Penn Foster so I can enroll in a program because my counselor at Alpha Home, she gave me a referral to where I can do GED classes and start my college classes through SAC. So that's what I'm about to be doing.
Okay. Are you doing any sober meetings?
I do that. That's why I'm still doing the outpatient with Alpha Home. I'm no longer there because my mom, like I take care of my mom as well. So I've been doing the outpatient, but I still meet with my counselor there. I still meet with my sponsor. I go to the Tuesdays, Thursdays, and the Friday meetings every week.
All right, so probation, she needs to provide proof to you that she's completed the inpatient. If she's completed the inpatient, then we're going to require her to continue with outpatient treatment through Alpha Home. We're going to do field visits 1 time per month. And probation, if you want to count the field visits as reporting, you can count it as reporting. And if you want to coordinate with CPS to make sure that they're doing visits and CPS does them, then those can count. CPS compliance. 300 hours of community service restitution. That will be satisfied once you've completed parenting classes in your GED. So in order to complete your 300 hours community service restitution, you need to complete the GED courses and your parenting courses, and probation that can be through CPS. Probation, is there anything else she needs?
No, Your Honor.
Is there anything else you need from the court to be successful?
No, ma'am.
In order to the court assess a fine, we would just ask that if the court.
No, I
Okay.
didn't.
Okay.
Yeah, don't reach. You can't do that. You're just asking for trouble by doing that. Oh, just come around. I'm going to show you what's entitled Trial Court Certification of Defendant's Rights to Appeal. Did you review that with your attorney? Did you understand it? And did you sign it?
Yes, ma'am.
All right, because this is a plea bargain agreement, because I followed your plea bargain agreement, and because you waived your right to appeal, you do not have the court's permission to appeal. Do you understand?
Yes, ma'am.
All right, we can go off the record. How old are you?
I'm 26.
All right, you're 26. You have 3 children.
Mhm.
These 3 children are 100% dependent upon you. So,
And only me.
and only you. So if you don't do what's required of you, what's going to end up happening is CPS is going to terminate your rights, and they're going to end up who knows where with who knows who. I've done plenty of CPS cases, and what I can tell you is this. And you can take it and use it or not use it. Do not get involved in any relationships until your children are of age. And let me just tell you why I say that. Yes, this could be a hallmark moment where you meet some guy who's working at Wendy's who comes in, and next thing you know, he's a corporate CEO. But that really only happens in Hallmark, or it can turn out to be a Lifetime movie. I like children. I think children are great. But when you have children, they're suitcases. Think of them as suitcases.
Yeah.
The 11-year-old is a suitcase, it's the 8-year-old, the 3-year-old. And I'm not talking about carry-on. They're check baggage. And then you're on probation. That's another suitcase. So any guy or partner you get with, you need to make sure that they're okay carrying those suitcases. And if they're not okay, you shouldn't be with them.
I'm really just focused on myself.
You should.
Relationship is like, it's like the last thing in my
Thank you.
life. Like, I'm really focused on my growth and what I need to do for myself and my kids. Because I don't want to just have a job. I want a career. I want to build stability. So when I'm gone, my kids have something. Like, I don't want to just be that parent that their kids can't learn anything from. Because I was a young mom, but still, that's no excuse.
Right. I want you to remember what you said to me. So when you come back here, I expect all of that to be true.
Okay.
As my mother, her teacher would always tell them, don't end up with some joker. And my teacher in high school, Mr. Reed, would always tell us, don't end up with a joker. So don't end up with a joker, okay?
Okay.
All right, probation, we'll go over conditions with you. All right, we're back on the record in 2023 CR 2279, State versus Roderick Jones. And where we left off, I asked if you had reviewed the documents with your attorney. You stated yes. Are you the same Roderick Jones who was placed on deferred adjudication in 2023 CR 2279 for the offense of possession of a controlled substance penalty group 1 gram to 4 grams on May 1st, 2023 for a period of 3 years? Is that you?
Yes, ma'am.
All right, state.
Yes, Your Honor. Violated condition number 4 in Bear County, Texas, the defendant Dominique Sansare Jones did then there fail to report to the supervision officer as directed for the months of August, September 2023, violation condition number 4.
How do you plead to that? True or not true?
True.
We'll waive the remaining violated conditions.
Any objection to the waiver?
No objection, Your Honor.
Did you understand by pleading true to violation of condition number 4, the court could find it true, grant the motion, find you guilty, sentence you up to 10 years in prison and up to a $10,000 fine?
Yes, ma'am.
Knowing that, do you still wish to plead true to violation of condition number 4?
Yes, ma'am.
Court is finding violation of condition number 4 true. Is there a proposed agreement?
Yes, Your Honor.
And what is that proposed agreement?
It's denying the motion to adjudicate and continue on for probation and to have a TAP evaluation done and follow the recommendation.
Oh, you want to raise your right hand for me, please? Do you solemnly swear and affirm the testimony you give will be the truth and nothing but the truth, so help you God?
Yes, Your Honor.
You can lower your hand, state your name for the record.
Roderick Jones.
All right, why have you not been successful on probation?
Okay, last year I left Alpha Home because my mom was dying. My dad died 5 days before Christmas. My mom died on Christmas. Afterwards, I felt like I just kind of was out of touch with myself for a bit, and I just went like I felt like I lost my mind for a little bit because I didn't know how to deal with losing my mom, and then I felt like I lost time because I spent a lot of time in jail for the past 2 years. But that's no excuse. But that's what happened. I did speak with my my federal probation officer, but I did not speak with my probation officer for state because I was on both federal and state probation, but I'm finished with federal probation. But
Excuse me, does anyone have any Kleenex?
and federal probation proceeded and she actually took me off of federal probation and ended me early due to that. And I made a dumb decision not to speak to him, not to contact him, not to go in. I did have a past of drug use, but I can't say that was the issue last year. Last year was just really more of an issue of trying to find my kids and trying to deal with the loss of both of my parents.
What do you mean trying to find your children?
Because my mom gave my kids to someone, and my mom gave my kids to someone when I was in jail, and I can't say that I know where they are.
All right, so currently you don't know where they are? So do you have any other family?
I do. I have my sister and my brother. I'm gonna currently reside with my older brother, but they're not with my family. They're not with my brother or my sister.
So does anyone know where your children are?
My sister told me, I spoke to my sister while I was on the phone. She said that she found my 2 oldest, but she hadn't told me where. But my youngest daughter, my 4-year-old, I don't know where she's at. She's not even in the state of San Antonio. And so I went to New Orleans. I spent some time in New Orleans last year trying to find Nevaeh, my 4-year-old, because that's where her dad's from, which I did not find her. So that was pretty much what I was going through.
All right, and does her father know where she is?
He's in jail for life.
Okay.
Both of my children's fathers are incarcerated. I'm the only parent they have.
Okay. All right. I'm sorry, I don't, I always try to solve all problems, right? with regards to your daughter, you're probably gonna have to have an investigator to see where she is. And I'm sure your attorney can let you know of some investigators. And then there are some investigators who will actually, they do pro bono work as well, some of them, and they will see about that. But just remain in court. I'll see what information I can give you to help her. All right, I'll deny the motion. Alternate amend conditions include a TAP evaluation in custody. How long do you expect the TAP evaluation to take? All right, so we're gonna have you come back over here in 3 weeks to make sure that you're not lost in the system.
Yes, ma'am.
And then see if we have anything for grief counseling.
Thank you.
You're welcome. Is there anything else you need from the court?
Can I have a resource for trauma?
Yeah, that's the grief counseling that I'm giving you, but we'll see if there's any counseling for trauma.
Okay.
All right. So we're off the record. Here's the thing, in this court, communication is key. When you're going through things, now you have probation sort of as a safety net. You can actually pick up the phone and call them.
Okay.
And when you call them and let them know what's going on, they will be empathetic and sympathetic to your plight. You would not even be in custody right now if you'd have just picked up the phone and called someone and said, this is what's going on in my life. Then what would ended up happening? Probation would have came to me and or either sent me by an email asking the alternate main conditions for you to have time to go spend time with your mother and to take care of things. But just acting as though you're not on probation is not good.
Yes,
You
ma'am.
understand?
Yes, ma'am.
All right. Is there anything else?
Yeah.
All right, Ms. Ferguson, I need a 3-week reset date. All right, so we're going to come back on October 17th, council. If for any reason this is done before then they'll let us know and you'll be brought over before October 17th.
Yes, ma'am.
All right, and if you'll just wait a minute, I'm going to see if I have a number for somebody to call in regards to that. Okay, so on this case, where are we? Council, I know at the last setting, you were given an investigator.
We were, yeah.
Okay. So what else do we need to take up?
So I guess the question is just whether she goes to inpatient or outpatient. So the preliminary TAP evaluation had said either inpatient if we want something more structured, outpatient if we want something less. Sean feels that she would benefit from either house of home or house of discipleship.
Okay.
Ms. Jones wanted me to request from the court that she be granted the opportunity for outpatient. Her issues with addiction were from, in the last year, primarily marijuana. The main thing is just that she's absconded for so long, but having met with Ms. Carnes, she has, like a very detailed plan for her life now. I'm just gonna, if I could let her tell you, I can touch this person if this needs to tell you. You wanna tell her?
Yes.
Sure.
I have, I met with Mrs. Carey, and honestly, despite my son is with my family right now, actually. And she actually, not only is she gonna help me find my baby, but she's gonna mentor me. And she gave me her card. I actually have it right here in my folder. I have a plan for the next 1 to 6 months of my life. I wrote it down, I wrote everything down, play by play, and I've been able to sit with my bad decisions. My grandma just flew into town from California yesterday. And I've been able to sit with my bad decisions to where I know that I've made some mistakes, but
You made some choices.
some bad choices. And if you give me the opportunity to do outpatient, I promise you, I will not let you down. Like, I won't be back in blues. I won't be back on this end of the podium at least. And I know that can I read you my plan or can you read it?
Sure, but see, here's the thing. This is what I want to tell people. I always tell people this. Everybody comes up with a plan when they're in custody, right? But when they're out in the free world, their plan is just out the window. And the thing about it is, if you could write a great plan, then you wouldn't be here, right? Because you're on deferred adjudication. And your range of punishment is up to 10 years in prison, right?
Yes, ma'am.
And knowing that your range of punishment You could potentially go to prison for 10 years. You decided to make bad choices. So you can't write your own plan. Now, what I can tell you is this. Sometimes people will think that the places that I'm sending them to, that it's punishment. And sometimes it is, sometimes it's a little bit of punishment, but usually it's a lot of rehabilitation.
I love Alpha Home, I do, but it's just, I've been an inpatient twice. And honestly, I'm gonna just be honest with you.
Mhm.
I don't wanna miss this moment with my son. I haven't seen him at all, and the fact.
Well, what I can tell you is that the programs that they're talking about sending you to, especially the House of Discipleship, I believe that's with Victoria, you'll be able to see your son. They will make plans for you to see your son. But here's the thing. You can go to the House of Discipleship or either, and they will give you a chance to see your son once you're in their program. Or guess what? If you go to prison, you know when you'll be able to see your son? When somebody wants to bring your son to you, and then there's a limited amount of time for you to see him. So I'm trying to give you a plan where I won't see you back here before. I can't tell you the number of times. No, here's the thing. The promises you're making to me, other people made those same promises. And the minute they get into the free world, I'd say like 2 or 3 weeks into the free world, then they start backsliding. You can't take somebody, sometimes it works for people, sometimes it doesn't. You can't take somebody from 24/7 lockdown with somebody controlling your life and then giving them all this freedom, because guess what's going to happen? Something's going to come up in life where you can't make a meeting. And then you'll be like, I can't make a meeting, but you know what? I'm going to double up on that. And then the next thing you know, I'm going to triple up on that. Then the next thing you know, you're not calling your probation officer. Then the next thing you know, we're back here for you missing and absconding. Because I want you to really internalize something. You could be going to prison for 10 years because you've been missing. Nobody knew where you were, right? Now you've given me reasons for why you were missing, things going on in your life. But what I can tell you is this. Everybody has something horrible that's happening in their life. It's just the way they handled it and the way they address it. Your way to address bad things happening in your life is to go AWOL, to abscond, knowing that you could be sent up to 10 years in prison. In this court, everybody will tell you that I always say, if you have an issue, pick up the phone and call probation. All you had to do is pick up the phone and call probation and say, hey, look, I have all these stresses that are going on in my life. Can you help me? And then if they would have said, no, whatever, get over your stressors, cry a river, build a bridge, get over it. Then guess what you could have done? Then you could have came to the court. Because I can tell you, probation officers, when they see 187 District Court, they're not going to tell you the Crimea River, build a bridge and get over it. They're going to try to address that with you. And then if they can't address it, I'm going to get an email from them asking me, do I want a compliance hearing? And they'll tell me what's going on in your life. Everybody who's on probation in this court, I remember them. I remember what's going on. Everybody I send to prison, I remember what's going on with them. I see people as people. I know everybody has a SID number. Everybody has a case number. Yeah, I can use your SID number and case number to look you up, but I believe everybody is human beings. That's why I remember things about them and remember what's going on in their life. So what's going on in your life is, yes, Carrie's great, right? And she is willing to work with you, not just as your investigator, but as a mentor. And what I'm telling you is going to the House of Discipleship, that will help you. They'll have a place for you. They'll keep you on track. They can address these trauma issues that you've had going on in your life. And that's the best place for you. And if you let them know, hey, I really want to see my son, they'll make arrangements for that too. You understand? So that's what's going to end up happening. I appreciate the fact that you've sat down, that you got plans for your life. Now sit down. And if you want to sit down with Carrie, or if you want to sit down with your probation officer and say, I'm doing A, B, C, and D, let's make plans for when I'm released from the House of Discipleship. Like those plans are still going to be there. Time is still going to pass. You understand? You need to focus on your number one things. Number one thing, not going to prison potentially for 10 years, right? Number one thing, remaining clean and sober. Number one thing, staying in contact with probation. Number one thing, staying in contact with your defense attorney and with Carrie. You know what? Number one thing, taking parenting classes so you can be a good parent to your children. All right? Okay, so that's what we're gonna do. And we're gonna see how that goes. And you can speak to probation. They'll tell you how long the program is and everything. And they'll come and pick you up from the Bear County Jail to take you to their program. And just internalize what's going on in the program, because guess what? Those are people who will be in your life forever that you'll always be able to contact. You need a support system, and they're going to be part of your support system, okay?
Yes, ma'am.
All right. Is there anything else you need from me?
No, yeah.
All right. Good luck to you, okay?
Thank you.
All right. Okay.
While she was out, so the front charge, he was transferred from the 227.
All right.
I believe CTD has a dismissal for that.
All right. So CTD is dismissing that one.
Yeah.
Yes. All right. Do right.
Judge, just so that I'm clear, also discipleship.
Yes.
Thank you.
Thank you. All right. Good luck to you. All right. So how do you pronounce your first name?
Briella.
See,
Okay.
it's Briella.
I'm sorry. Thank you.
No, I always want to get names correct. So I always tell people when they come before me, if I'm mispronouncing your name, let me know. Because
Yes, ma'am.
once the mispronunciation is in my mind, it's in there. Yeah.
What's mine?
All right. So my understanding, there were CPS records.
No, there's a drug case.
No, this is a forgery case.
Yes.
But for some reason, I think somebody said that there was prior CPS history or something.
That I don't know because I'm only dealing with a forgery case.
Yeah, no, there's let me look on the record. Just 1 second. Let me find what page she is on.
Yes, ma'am.
She's on page 5, Judge.
All right, thank you. Do you have any children?
Yes, ma'am, I do.
Is there a CPS case out there?
Yes, ma'am, it is.
See, that's why I wrote that down. So, state, they're probably gonna need CPS records. And I know that's family violence, but, there may be a CPS case related to this, the drug issue.
No, well, I say no. There's no lab test on the drugs.
No, no, I understand that, but here's the thing.
Okay.
I'm telling you all that my experience on the CPS side, whether they closed the case or kept the case open, these charges are probably why there was a CPS case open or is there. If y'all don't want, here's the thing, if y'all don't want CPS records, guess what? We will go on the record now and everybody can agree that they don't want CPS records. And if y'all say you don't want CPS records, when we go to trial, there will be none of this, oh, we need CPS records.
We want them.
Okay. So, State, if you can check family violence about the CPS records, I know it's a,
I'll send them a link for how to do, or I'll talk to their advocates so they can get that ball.
oh, thank you. All right,
And then
so,
can I tell you why I actually approached?
yes,
Because it had nothing to do with CPS, because I didn't know about CPS.
all right, CPS records, yes.
The state has the forgery case.
Mhm.
That file. They do not have the file on the drug case. It's not indicted.
No, I'm aware, there are
I know
two,
you know.
yeah, there are 2 drug cases that have not been indicted. There's a possession less than a gram and there's a 4 grams to 200 grams. State, do you have any idea when those cases will be indicted? Okay,
Sorry, Judge,
or where they are in the system as far as labs?
I can check.
Do we know what the offense date is?
I know the
It looks like there's.
March 26, 24 is the offense date for the undergram and a misdemeanor theft.
All right.
Now, for the forgery, the offense date is 2023.
All right, and then I see for the 4 to 200 grams, it's May 2024. So what we're gonna do then, Norma? Recall this for 60 days. That's to see if the labs are in.
Thank you, Your Honor. Let me get my calendar.
I'm assuming she entered the plea bargain agreement with Judge Angelini.
No, I don't remember.
Yes.
Presided, but
Oh.
we did do a plea.
Yes. And at that time, did you enter a plea of no contest or guilty? All right. All right, have both parties had a chance to review the PSI report state,
Yes,
defense,
Yes, Your Honor.
and the TAP evaluation state and defense?
yes, Your Honor.
Yes, Your Honor.
Any objections?
No, Your Honor.
The best PSI and TAP eval that I've ever read in my life because they explored every detail of her life from practically birth till now. And I'm very pleased with their assessment.
All right, according to your plea bargain agreement, there's a $1,500 fine. The state is recommending deferred adjudication. This is the run concurrent with 718-359 and 728-369. The state is taking in consideration NIMAC number 752-652-760-865. All right, any witnesses?
Not from the state, Your Honor.
Not from the defense unless you want. Here.
Yes. Can you raise your right hand for me, please? Do you solemnly swear or affirm the testimony you give will be the truth and nothing but the truth, so help you God?
Yes, ma'am.
All right, you can lower your hand, state your name for the record.
Brianna Butler.
All right, so if you were released from custody, who would you be staying with?
I'll be staying with my mother.
All right, and people will say that, but have you picked up the phone and called her and she wants you to stay with her?
Yes.
All right, now she's under oath. Okay,
After her, I want to tell you something about me and her mom.
okay, all right, thanks. So do you have any children?
Yes, I have one son.
And what is his age?
His age is 2 years old.
And who does he live with?
He is not in my custody anymore.
Okay.
Yeah, I lost my rights.
Okay. And so what are your plans as far as employment? What are your hopes, your dreams, your goals?
My goals is to be a college graduate. I want to be a nurse, a RN. So when I get out, I do want to start school. I was already enrolling in the process and then get a job.
All right, so what I can tell you is it's not impossible, but it's difficult. Anytime you have a criminal case, whether it's deferred or regular probation with a conviction, when you're seeking employment somewhere where it requires a license, it becomes more difficult, but it can be done because I know someone who actually went to prison, and I know this because I work with them to try to get their license and everything. Guess what? They're now an attorney. So it can be done, but you just made it a struggle, okay? All right, did you all want to speak to the length of deferred adjudication? It's in the plea paperwork outside the agreement, it's for 4 years.
Anything up to 4 years.
All right, so I'm going to set your deferred adjudication at 4 years deferred adjudication. If you complete everything successfully, you can always approach the court for early termination. But for early termination, I'm going to be looking at whether or not you've been positive, whether you've been reporting on a regular basis. You understand?
Yeah.
So there's to be regular reporting by Zoom or in person, regular random UAs, proof of employment within 30 days, and I'll say 30 days of release.
Yes.
There's to be no employment as a home health care provider or with minors. There's to be no unsupervised contact with minors. And they know unsupervised contact with minors, that can potentially change once you've shown me that you have everything, your life together. You understand?
Yes.
This will run concurrent with 718-359 and 728-369. 369, taking consideration NIGHTMAC number 752 652 760865. Field visits one time per month for 6 months. 200 hours of community service restitution. If you complete a higher level education, or if you obtain some sort of trade school certificate, the community service hours will be deemed satisfied. So it'll be up to you whether you want to end up picking trash up on the side of the road or bettering yourself with your education. You understand?
On the school, yes, ma'am.
There's to be no contact with Longley, Longle. There is a $1,500 fine that will be probated. And there is, I'm going to follow the TAP recommendation, and that's to be dual diagnosis, outpatient treatment with probation. And there's going to be 60 sober meetings in 60 days. Probation, is there anything else that's needed? And I see here where it says that she met the criteria for the MIC. So I'll do MIC. That doesn't increase anything. It's just those are probation officers who have specialized training to address any mental health issues you may have.
Yes, ma'am.
All right. Is there anything else with regards to sentencing? All right. Excuse me, Jason?
Yeah.
If you could write your number on these. And I don't like the number. Your bar number.
Sorry.
All right. Did you review the document entitled Trial Court Certification of Defendant's Rights to Appeal with your attorney? Did you understand it and sign it?
Yes, ma'am.
Same Briella Butler, who's placed on deferred adjudication in 2024 CR 4982 for the offense of forgery of a financial instrument on February 12th, 2025 for a period of 4 years. Is that you?
Yes, ma'am.
All right, state.
Yes, Your Honor. Violate condition number 1 on or about the on or about this 22nd day of May 2025 in Bear County, Texas. The defendant, Briella Butler, committed the offense of possession of a controlled substance, penalty group 1, in violation of condition number 1.
How do you plead to that? True or not true?
I'm sorry, was that true?
True.
Thanks, ma'am. We'll waive the remaining violated condition, Your Honor. Yes, Your Honor.
All right, did you understand by pleading true to violation of condition number 1, the court could find it true, grant the motion, find you guilty and sentence you up to 2 years in the state jail facility and up to a $10,000 fine?
Yes, ma'am.
Knowing that, do you still wish to plead true to violation of condition number 1?
Yes, ma'am.
Court will find violation of condition number 1 true. Is there a proposed agreement?
No, Your Honor, it's unagreed.
All right, state, what are you requesting?
The state is requesting adjudication of guilt and revoke her community supervision for 18 months in the state jail facility. One part of the agreement, we are taking into consideration the possession case she just pled to, which is JN 7143967. And we're also taking into considerations a county court at 2 case 2025 CC 011626, which is a failure to ID.
All right, in defense, what are you requesting? Oh,
Your
you
Honor.
can't sign that.
Well, this is the
Oh, this is, okay.
Your Honor, we're requesting that you continue her on probation, to deny the motion, and to follow the recommendation by probation to send her into the MIC unit or some other type of supervisory program with 0 tolerance.
I really don't normally do 0 tolerance in this court because being on probation, you're supposed to follow the rules. So my question for you, or maybe for her, what have you done? Because you've been on probation since February. What have you done? Have you completed? You want to raise your right hand? Do you solemnly swear or affirm the testimony you give will be the truth and nothing but the truth, so help you God?
Yes, ma'am.
You can lower your hand, state your name for the record.
Briella Butler.
What have you done?
I went to the 60 days NA or AA online virtual visits. I reported twice.
All right, so that didn't work because you're here for a possession of controlled substance. What was that controlled substance?
New methamphetamines.
All right. So we know that doing the 60 days didn't work because you have a possession of meth. And how far along are you in your pregnancy?
7 months.
All right, so what that means is you're doing drugs. Hmm,
No, ma'am, I wasn't.
who did the meth belong to?
DeAndre Hartley, I have an affidavit that they brought in.
Mhm.
It wasn't mine. I did stay at the scene when the cops came. My car, I just bought it, it was broke down, and I was at my mom's house, and cops pulled up, and when they pulled up, my friend ran off, and they immediately put me in handcuffs and searched the car.
So let me just tell you right now,
And
the only way you're going to be continued on probation if you go into inpatient treatment. We're not doing this zero tolerance thing. So she can either go into inpatient treatment, and because you're pregnant, they will accept you at safety. But they're not going to accept you at any of the programs because of how far along you are in your pregnancy. So you can either do that or you can do the 18 months.
thank you. Can I take my baby with me?
No, what ends up happening when you are at safety, because it's at the prison, when you're at safety and you deliver your baby, someone needs to be there to accept custody of your child. Otherwise, Child Protective Services will be picking up your baby and you will have a CPS case. And when you're released from safety, that's what will happen. You will have to do parenting classes and everything else that's required of you. And when you have somebody, if you have your mom or whoever it is to come pick up your child at the prison, they will make a determination on whether or not that person is appropriate or not. All right. So the court will deny the motion. Alter and amend conditions to include safety. Probation, is there anything you recommend other than safety? I'm sorry, what? All right, so there'll be safety, and that's, of course, is in custody. And then it is 9 months. And you have to wait. What's the wait time for safety? Sorry, what? All right, so usually the wait time for safety normally is 3 months. So you'll be waiting at the jail for 3 months, then they'll transfer you to safety and you'll be there for 9 months. All right, so the court is going to deny the motion, alter and amend conditions to include safety. Once she is released from safety, she's to be placed on the MIC caseload. And there's to be no unsupervised contact with minors, field visits until further notice. She's to complete parenting classes. Court will take in consideration JN 7143967 and 2025 CC 011626. All right, after reviewing states exhibits 1 and attachments, the court will find there is sufficient evidence to find you guilty and the court will find you guilty. Are you proceeding with sentencing?
Yes, Your Honor.
All right, and she's in yellow because is she pregnant? All right, so why should I follow this agreement? Because 3 times she's been stealing and she's still stealing. And this time she's stealing greeting cards. So why should I follow this agreement?
Well, yeah, Your Honor, she's had an issue, a problem. She's pregnant right now. She's hopeless, not any dependencies or substance abuse, and she's asking for serve her time. And
All right, what's your substance addiction?
I was addicted to heroin.
All right, so when did you stop using heroin?
They put me on methadone.
So you're currently on methadone. I always tell people, and I've done treatment courts, I've done studies, methadone is still a drug.
Yeah. I understand that.
So what are your levels on the methadone?
I'm on 30 milligrams.
All right, is Child Protective Services involved?
I'm not yet.
When are you due?
11/6 of this year.
Okay. All right, so I'm not gonna follow this plea. If she wants probation, I will give her probation, and she's going into somebody's treatment program. I'm not gonna have somebody out here having a child, and the child is gonna end up being addicted to methadone. Let's just go ahead and say that right now, because if she's taking methadone, the baby's taking methadone. And depending on what level she's at on methadone, if I just release her, she's gonna get out of state jail felony. She may start back using heroin. I don't know. I'm gonna do my part. So hopefully the baby won't be born addicted. Have you ever seen a baby that's been addicted to
No, I have 2
substance?
kids and they've never been addicted.
Yeah, well, by the grace of
God.
whoever, I'll just put it that way, because we have a separation of church and state here. But what I do know is that when babies are born addicted to drugs, they have withdrawals just like adults do. The only difference is that baby doesn't know why they're having
It
withdrawals.
wasn't my decision to get on
Hmm?
methadone. It wasn't my decision to get on methadone. They put me on methadone as soon as I came in.
Well, here's the thing. It was your decision to use whatever drugs you were using, which was heroin. So that's all your decision. It's your decision to continue to pick up theft cases, knowing that you have 2 other children that you're supposed to be supporting. Where are those 2 children?
With my mom.
Yes. So your mom, instead of being a grandmother, she's happened to be a mother to your children. Was Child Protective Services involved?
Yeah,
All right. So were your rights terminated?
no.
All right. So I am not following this plea bargain agreement. If she wants probation, I'll give her probation, but I'm not following the plea bargain agreement for 6 months. She can either do 1 year at the state jail facility, or either she can be on probation for 4 years. The choice is hers.
We'd like to.
All right, thank you.
I'd rather be.
Yeah. Okay. You never mind, just rather take the probation.
I'd rather do probation so that way I can.
All right, so we're going to put this on the record. So have you had a chance to confer with your attorney?
Just right now.
All right, have you had sufficient time to confer with your attorney?
Yeah.
All right, so do you wish to have probation, or do you wish to consider the state jail facility for 1 year?
I'd rather do probation so I can see if I can be. At least try to be a parent.
All right, any objections from the state
No, Your Honor.
defense? So is that the plea bargain agreement?
Yes, Your Honor.
All right, this is what the court will do. As previously stated, the court is finding there is sufficient evidence to find you guilty. The court will find you guilty. The court is going to sentence you to 2 years in the state jail facility, suspended and probated for 4 years. Taking in consideration 2022 CR 7776. I'm going to want intensive parenting classes. I'm going to run a referral to felony drug court while in custody. And since the day is Monday, felony drug court will probably be able to see you this week. You need to be honest with them. You understand? If she's not accepted for felony drug court, and if the TAP evaluation says she's to do inpatient treatment, then she's doing inpatient treatment. I'm going to want regular reporting by Zoom or in person. I'm going to want random UAs. I'm sorry, strike that. Do the UA hotline. And she needs to be tested at least once a week. And probation, please keep track of her methadone levels. They should not be going up. I'm going to want field visits 2 times per month until further notice. And probation, if you can make sure that they check to make sure that there are no children unsupervised at the location. And probation, if you want the field visits to count as her reporting, that can count as reporting. Proof of employment within 30 days of release. There's to be no employment as a home health care provider or with minors. 200 hours of community service restitution. Those will be waived once parenting classes are completed. And CPS compliance if applicable. Probation, is there anything that I've missed? Is there anything you need from the court in order to be successful?
I don't think so.
I'm sorry?
I don't think so.
All right, I'm showing you what's entitled Trial Court Certification of Defendant's Rights to Appeal. Did you review that with your attorney? Did you understand it?
Yes, ma'am.
Oh, and I'm sorry, also refer it to Esperanza Court as well, because of what I've seen in the background. So if felony, and that's to be while in custody. If felony drug court doesn't take you, then Esperanza Court will take you.
Okay.
All right. All right, because this is a plea bargain agreement, because I followed your plea bargain agreement, and because you waive your right to appeal, you do not have the court's permission to appeal. Do you understand?
Yes.
And because this is a felony conviction, you're not allowed to own or possess any weapons or ammunition. If you have a question over what a weapon or ammunition is, you'll need to speak to your attorney. Do you understand?
Yes.
All right, we can go off the record. Ms. Alonso, here's your chance. You got to stop doing many things, right? You got to go on the straight and narrow. You can't be stealing, because who knows, you may end up with a different judge, different prosecutor, different attorney. You understand?
Yes.
So if you want to be a mom in your children's life, you got to be a mom that they can be proud of. And when I say proud of, you know, children will tease each other. You need to be that parent that your children will be proud to say, that's my mom, instead of being on the bus and hiding their head because they don't want anybody to know you're their mom. Okay. You still have a chance to do it, to get your life together. Good thing your mom has your children. Hopefully that's a safe place, and you know it's a safe place. So now's the time for you to get your act together. You understand?
Yes.
Both felony drug court and Esperanza Court are good programs. All
I've
right.
been asking for help, but I always just get them spread.
Oh, well, here's your help.
Thank you.
All right. Good luck to you. All right. So what has she done while on probation?
Not a lot, Judge.
Have you done anything?
No, ma'am.
All right. So
help,
I'm sorry.
but I do need help.
Well, why didn't raise your right hand? Do you solemnly swear affirm the testimony you give will be the truth and nothing but the truth, so help you God?
Yes, sir.
You can lower your hand, state your name for the record.
Alonso.
All right, so actually, this is incorrect. According to this paperwork, it says the punishment is to be assessed at 6 months in the state jail facility. But according to the judgment, the terms of the plea bargain was 2 years in the state jail facility, suspended and probated for 4 years. But you say you need help?
Yes, ma'am.
Well, why didn't you ask for that before?
Because last time I was pregnant and you offered a year state jail or 4 years probation, I didn't want to have my baby in jail.
All right. So it is actually, her underlying is 2 years in the state jail facility and not 6 months in the state jail facility. So where is your child?
She's with my mom.
And so you had your child. Was your child born positive for anything? And I see where I referred you to felony drug court. I did a referral to Esperanza Court. So why are you just now saying that you need help when I've offered you help?
Because I was supposed to be in custody and y'all let me out.
So we let her out of custody, and then you go use drugs or whatever you
No, I
did.
didn't use no drugs when I got out.
Well, you didn't report. So it's our fault.
No, not at all. It's my fault.
Right. So why are you acting as though it's our fault?
I'm not saying it's your fault, Your Honor, at all.
I mean, well, you just said, well, y'all let me out.
Yeah, but I got scared. I got scared because y'all let me out and I wasn't supposed to be let out.
Yeah. And instead of you coming back to the court, you just off in the free world, not reporting, not doing anything. And now you come to me and you want mercy from the court. I still don't understand why I should follow your proposed agreement. She has done nothing. What have you done?
Be with my kids.
You shouldn't have even been with your children, because here's the thing. You haven't done anything. This is what I ordered: intensive parenting classes. Have you started parenting classes?
No.
I ordered felony drug court. I ordered Esperanza Court. Have you reported to the UA hotline?
No.
Did you have employment?
No.
So you've done nothing. And somebody is allowing you to live with them, obviously, without employment. So what have you done? Nothing. So probation, why should I be following this? She hasn't done anything. All
And,
right.
Your Honor, if I may add something
Yes.
as well. I obviously wasn't counsel on the first go around, but my understanding, speaking with Ms. Alonso, is her primary reason for not accepting time the first time around was the birth of her child. She's since given birth to that child, has been taking care of that child. Finally recognizes that she needs help, albeit it sounds like, and my apologies on her behalf for making it seem like she was blaming the court. I don't think that was her intention. I do think she is wanting and seeking help at this time. One of the other offers was 18 months in jail, but she chose the option of, she told me specifically that she wanted help and assistance now. I thought
Okay.
this was the way for her.
I
to
would
go.
like to know how she's taking care of child. Obviously, she has a drug problem. And she's trying to tell me that she hasn't been using drugs since she's been missing. I don't think that's true. She's not working, so she hasn't been financially supporting her child. And since she's using drugs, she hasn't been mentally there for her child. And your mom, or who is the person who has custody of your child? Your mom?
Yes,
And your mom is allowing you to live with her.
yes,
What's your mother's name?
Viola,
I'm sorry?
Viola,
Viola what?
Vidal.
Vidal? Is that Vidal? All right, I'll deny the motion. Alternate amend conditions. It's going to be to a referral to felony drug court in custody. And if she's not accepted, then she's going to safety. And that's in custody. And she is not allowed to reside with Viola Vidal. And there's to be no contact with minors until further notice. Is there anything else?
Oh, Your Honor.
Anything
no.
else? Anything else you need? Probation?
Clarification, contact.
No contact, because I can tell you right now, Child Protective Services is involved and they don't know what's going on.
Well, all my cases are closed.
Well, I can't believe Child Protective Services closing your cases and you're still, yeah. See, this is what ends up happening with Child Protective Services cases. You have sometimes people will agree to terminate their rights, sign their rights over to their parents, but in all actuality, they're still the parent of the child because they're living there and their moms just stepped up and did it because otherwise the baby was going to be with some unknown person. So yes, no contact with minors until I say it's okay for minors. And if you want to end up having contact with minors, you had better start doing your parenting classes and doing all of that. Because on the CPS side, sounds to me, you took the easy way out. Let me have these babies. Let me sign my rights over to my mom. And guess what? I don't have to do your parenting classes. I don't have to worry about drug testing. And my mom is going to let me have my children back. Not here, not today. So that's the court's ruling. Is there anything else you need from the court to be successful? All right, we can go off the record. Here's in this court, and I know I've told you this before, in order to be successful, you need to stay in contact. Successful. If there's an issue, let us know. If probation, you feel they're not addressing it, you can always come back to the court. Do you understand? Yes or no? All right, good luck to you.